by focusing on what kids are saying in a group chat. Grow up. I'm sorry. Focus on the real issues. Don't focus on what kids say in group chats.
First of all, these are not kids. These are not children. 18 to 40 are adults. Some of them younger adults, some of them older adults, but they're all adults. And to say to focus on the real issues, no, you're just playing apologist for people spouting Nazi rhetoric, including throwing people in the showers to be unalived and also using things like 1488, which is a Nazi dog whistle. Do you not understand that this is a Nazi dog whistle? You're just being an apologist for Nazis. Let's continue.
I grew up in a different world, right? Where not most of the stupid things that I did when I was a teenager and a young adult, they're not on the internet. Like, I'm going to tell my kids, especially my boys, don't put things on the internet. Like, be careful with what you post. If you put something in a group chat, assume that some scumbag is going to leak it in an effort to try to cause you harm or cause your family harm.
So let me get this straight. Instead of telling your children, don't say Nazi crap, you're going to tell your kids to don't put things on the internet that you don't want shared? How about teach your children to be good people and not frickin' Nazis? And he's calling the people who leaked this scumbags. No, the scumbags are the people saying the stuff in the first place. Why can't you understand this? Maybe you just don't want to understand. Maybe you agree with what they're saying. And that's why you're calling the people who reported it or who leaked it scumbags, instead of calling the people who said it scumbags. This is the Vice President of the United States of America who calling the people who leaked that people are being Nazis scumbags, instead of calling the Nazis scumbags. This is somebody who said, in 2016, that Donald Trump was America's Hitler, and now is, carrying the water and being an apologist for Nazis.
Kids do stupid things, especially young boys. They tell edgy, offensive jokes. Like, that's what kids do. And I really don't want us to grow up in a country where a kid telling a stupid joke, telling a very offensive stupid joke, is cause to ruin their lives. And it's something.
A, they're not joking. And by saying that they're joking, again, you're being a Nazi apologist. And B, they're not kids. Again, they are not kids. These are 18 to 40-year-olds, people who can serve in the military, people who can vote, people who can sign contracts, people who can run for office. This is Nazi behavior, and you're calling it a joke. No, the only joke is that you and Trump got elected president, and now you're carrying the water for Nazis.
We're not going to allow the worst moment in a 21-year-old's group chat to ruin a kid's life for the rest of time. That's just not okay. Like, we live in a digital world. This stuff is now etched in stone online. We're all going to have to say, you know what? No. We're not doing this. We're not canceling kids because they do something stupid in a group chat. And if I have to be the person who carries that message forward, I'm fine.
If he has to be the person to defend Nazis, he's willing to be the person to defend Nazis. That's pretty much what he's saying right there. It's absolutely absurd. Again, these aren't jokes. And you know what? If you say that people should be thrown in, the ovens or the gas chambers or the showers or whatever, if you're saying 1488, if you're saying all this other Nazi crap, guess what? Yeah, maybe you should have to have some repercussions for what you said. And maybe, as a parent, you should be teaching your children to not be Nazi pieces of crap. How about that? Coming from the Vice President of the United States of America. The Vice President is basically saying that he's willing to be an apologist for a bunch of Nazis and is willing to write off their comments as jokes. Ridiculous.